Hello, everybody. Vestige D. Michael here. Today, well, it was today. I played Deliver Me Closing Day. That was something I recorded, but I managed to mess up the recording audio somehow. So, this is the intro to the game. You get to see it once. So, good question on what you're looking here. There's only 1 to 2 bits in this opening that kind of makes sense. Your character's sleeping, I believe, and there's a possibility that you murdered somebody. But what makes this game interesting is, I believe, it goes into the Roblox Myth rabbit hole. So that character you see on that bed, that's the one you play as, and that's who the creator of the game is. So when you look into it a little further, which you'll see later on in the video, uh, this is just me trying to figure out the controls at the moment. And since I messed up my video recording multiple times, I did cut to the point where I actually did the stuff I needed. So this leads nowhere, saying no. There is a strike system though. So if you mess up, it boots you out the game and you have to rejoin. Which is frustrating. So just lie to him, say you like his shades, and you have to go find 6 undelivered envelopes. You can find 3 of them at it's like a mail carrier system, I guess, or it's more like a treadmill. I don't know why I can't remember the name, but there are boxes that you have to find. That comes into play twice at least. Yeah, here we go. That's the mailbox, the only one that you can interact with by 140. And here are the ones that I was talking about for the free undelivered ones. You grab the duct tape for, what was it? Yeah. So to be able to interact with that computer, you need to use the duct tape on that wire. This tells you the status of the stuff. So that toolbox one, all of that stuff is actually kind of useful. So the approaching is good to know, and as well as the holding, which unfortunately you won't be able to see in what I've recorded for the aforementioned mess up. But you go in here for the toolbox, which you'll see my cut right here. That was me going back to that terminal, even though you can unlock your mouse to look at what the right package is supposed to be. So this door is kind of finicky. You have to interact with it multiple times, and just, yeah, that little creak was, yeah. And it, I think, only goes part way for some reason. So there's the 4th, and I believe the 5th one is in here. I grabbed 126 because that's the right key. You had to do a little bit of math because it was going by 14s. So there's another package I just grabbed, as well as the other envelope. This is the person that you're friends with. So they're talking. They're trying to bake a cake for the guy with the glasses that he drew. And you find out she spilt flour all over the kitchen. So there was that. I do like the little mascot they have, though. Little rat. She asks if you think it's rude if she makes a cake for Wally, because I guess the business is, well, going out of business, which is unfortunate. So I kind of just kept doing this because I've already been through this dialogue, I think, a total of 3 or 4 times. So then I used the key on 126 for that. So I got the last one. And you're going to see a jump cut here because he tells you to go unload and load the packages you're supposed to do. Um, One thing is for the packages you're supposed to load, you have to move, grab the approaching ones, and go all the way to the back and drop them off. But here's where the cut happens, where you find out what happened to the character, Wally. So you see the notices, which I guess is for the business, maybe, and a very long interact wheel. Did Marin leave something here? I didn't shred it. I never said you did. You got me. I think I shredded it with all the paper. It's hard to keep track. What are they? Odds and ends. Mostly stuff for the dig build people. You mean construction workers? Yeah, they dig, they build. Simple. Is this how much the place made? Oh, it's really nothing. Just why didn't I see the money? I think you're overreacting here. This could have changed my life. I was only trying to. How much money did you pocket? If you could calm down, did you forge these papers? And then the incident of your character doing something to him, which I don't know why. Marin will be here soon. What am I going to do? Yeah. I don't really think you hide the body or anything, but or maybe you do. Hello, Marin and Willow. I'm busy at the Mo. I'll catch you later. So they make you think he's still alive, right? And maybe he is. And that's your friend, Marin, the one that was supposed to make the cake. And that was the end of this. You leave and wait for the second chapter, I guess. But then when you look further into it, and I think I was freaking out here, this music starts playing, which in post with this recording, I'm gonna have to mess with. Even though this is me pretty much live commentating because I messed up. Which, see, I don't know that if this music is safe to use. So, good question on what's happening here. Yeah. So he's dead on the ground, which is unfortunate. So sometimes I can still hear it. So I believe what you saw was a pre-recorded message that you just left. His voice in the walls. Yeah, the recorder. But it also has blood on it. No? I thought it did. So, it's a tape recorder. So it beckons. Don't know what that means. But that was Deliver Me, which led me looking into other parts of, because this person only has 3 different games favorited, which is, oh god, let me go look. The Gallery, Alila, I don't know how you say that. Alila's Garden. That is the 3 different games they have favorited. They even have their own game favorited, and they're part of a couple of groups. This definitely goes a lot further than I thought it did when I looked into it. I just thought this was a simple chapter-based game, and it only has the 1 chapter at the moment. They do put in group posts, but for some reason I believe this is all 1 person, which is great. Yeah. So then we get into the Gallery, which is a series of, I want to say it's paintings that you jump into, right? And this is where I got into the Gallery. Okay. So this game was interesting. I want to believe that all 3 of these games are interconnected somehow. possibly made by the same person, which would be crazy because they have like a lot of things in common. So, weird thing about this, I don't think I got further than this. There was 3 different shapes you grab, which I didn't record. It was a square, triangle, or wait, yeah, it was a cube, a pyramid, and a spear. Because they had to be 3D objects for some reason, which you can see around the map. The crazy bit about this is when you look at the group that this person is, which I joined for the Deliver Me closing day game, they're in the other people's groups. The painting party, which I probably should keep the this up, but I don't have 2 monitors, so I can't look at the other thing I need to. But they're definitely either it's interconnected somehow, or they all have Roblox Myth stuff in common. Which, this my first time stepping into this. Which I think, since I couldn't figure out why the objects weren't placing, which I think they technically are, because, yeah, that makes me think that they are getting placed, but they're invisible, which is unfortunate. If I had a camera, you'd be seeing me do hand motions, which, we'll get there eventually, I guess. What did I do here? I think I just left to the main game at one point, because I thought I did all I needed. Good grief. Yeah. So, anyways, back to what I was saying. Unless I think I have the time to say. No, I don't. Okay. So, the gallery, this was the main game with portrait. Portrait? However you say their name. All I know is these different, like, Roblox Myth games, they're all in a group, in the same group. Which, yeah. Just, it's cool that they have fan art hanging up, but, I feel like I've actually played this before. And I might have before this. I'm getting, like, a sense of deja vu, which is weird. Good God. I wish I could have. Oh, and then there's the picture with that one guy that's a cannibal. Wowie. Good grief. What did I even do? I was just looking around at this point, I think. Because after this, I went to Alila's garden, which that was its own complete thing, where it's just like, what's going on with these 3 developers? And so I'm able to see their ranks. So when I'm doing this after looking, while I record the audio, they have different rankings, mysteries, which is the Leela's Garden like group, the Lirarium. Ugh. A lot of these have a lot of weird ways to say, but apparently the Alila's Garden group is supposed to be getting another game. Huh. I may do a full video on this game. Comment down below if you want to see it, obviously. But this also messed with me. The fact that it has an intro scene. That's why I was like, what am I getting myself into? Just looking into these. I mean, I don't remember some of the older Roblox myths, I think. Man. I immediately saw that sign and just jumped off. But then I noticed this and did that, which led to absolutely nothing but seeing a elevator out of order sign. And I couldn't interact with those bridges. But what's unique about this is I believe this came before the Deliver Me closing day, which I'm thinking expired or has taken the image like hints. So just silence on the phone. Seems there is nobody on the other end. There isn't even a number pad. How is anybody to call somebody on this? What terrible design. I can't tell if that thing I stepped on was a drain. And first thing I did on this was disable the bridge and fall off and die. Which is great. With no way to get back. Which, I don't know why I did that. I thought I saw a lever on the side. I think that's what it was. Why did I not explore a little bit more? I guess main thing was because I think I was doing my little outro here, saying the whole thing about if you wanted to see me do this next, and I was going into the whole thing about the groups, which, it's a rabbit hole. It is, just to go down into. This was actually kind of fun to do, even though I messed up on my video recording somewhat. Is this other person the painting party one with the portrait person? Are they in that group? The Delirium? I think they are. And they're part of the council. Huh. What could that be? They got the mysteries tab, which, let me guess, if I go check any of these other persons, yeah, maybe they're not interconnected. They're just their own little, like, stories by themselves, which, wow. Though, anytime I've run into something, I've barely gotten any idea of what's going on, like background-wise, like what's the story. If a game doesn't outright tell me, or someone does like a big video that tells you on what's going on, it's hard for me to figure out. Like, I like these interconnected stories. I like big stories. Main reason why I like Warframe is the story. And hey, if you want to see some of that, I want to live stream it. I don't know if I can. Which, weirdly enough, I want to know if you guys want to watch me stream it. Which, this is weird doing a live commentary over what I've recorded. So, I think this is where I'm saying my outro. Yeah, when I jumped off. So, anyways, if you want to see me play this Alila's Garden game, comment down below. It looks fairly unique, even though it came before the other ones. So yeah, it is unique. Anyways, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed it, enjoyed me doing this live commentary, try to figure out how to do it with this exact type of mic, and hopefully my next time I record, it doesn't mess up. I guess. Till next time. Do I say that now? Yes, I do. So till next time, fellas or ladies. Peace.